Hey guys, what is going on? It is Dr. Linz here, and today we're going to go over the ultimate hip stretching move, and I'm going to give you 2 to 3 tips to perfect that stretch to get a nice deep hip stretch. Before I get into it, don't forget to subscribe and give this a like. Also, comment below if you did this stretch, and let's get to it. All right, so you guys see me do this deep lunge stretch with the overhead reach quite a bit. So I'm going to give you some tips to make sure you are performing this correctly so we can really stretch out that hip and help that hip tightness. If you don't know as well, our hips can create some low back pain. This is one reason why I really like to focus on this stretch. So when we're doing the stretch, I'm going to go ahead and switch legs here. We're going to go pretty deep standing lunge. Number one tip, what we're going to do is I don't want to see a hyperextended lumbar spine or low back spine, okay? I don't want to see that hyperextension. I don't want to see this loose belly sticking out here, okay? What I want to see rather is bring the core in, okay? So draw that belly in, tighten the core is what I like to say, tighten it up. And with that, you're going to then tuck the hips just slightly. You're not tucking the hips like this, okay? We're just slightly tucking the hips. What that is going to do is isolate that hip capsule a little bit more, that front or anterior part of those hip flexors, okay? And then also when our back is hyperextended like this, our core is loose, which we don't want that. And then also we can kind of jam the spine up, which we don't want. So deep lunge, tighten the core. Then what I like to do is keep that core nice and tight, slightly lean forward until I feel a resistance here in my hip flexor area. So I'm feeling a pull here in the front. I don't feel pain. Don't ever go to pain. Okay? I feel a nice pull here. My core is tight. Then to get a deeper stretch and to stretch up into the abdominal area, into some fascia, okay? Fascia is different than muscle, but this gets in a deeper stretch. We're then going to take whatever leg is back, that arm, and we're going to reach up, okay? Our core is still tight, it's not sticking out. So tip number 2, keep the core tight, reach up. Now, you see where my palm is facing? My palm is facing this way. When I lean away, I'm gonna face you. When I lean away here, I'm going to flip my palm so it's facing away. Now it's gonna face the opposite way, and I'm going to stretch to the side here. So that's the big tip there. Change the position of your palm to change the deepness of the stretch. All right, so I'm leaning mainly to the side. Last tip here, we're going to lean slightly to the back. So yes, now we are hyperextending the back ever so slightly, but the goal here is to then take advantage of that anterior hip sling where it comes up and across. So the sling comes down here, up and across the body. So we're taking advantage of that. And that's why we have this arm overstretched like this, okay? And my core is sucked in like that. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna switch sides because that side's pretty stretched out now. Let's go ahead and move through this move with those tips. So I'm gonna go deep lunge, step forward. I'm going to tighten the core. While I'm leaning forward, tighten the core, keep the hips tucked or neutral, okay? Here. I'm gonna reach up, my palm is facing this way. Leaning to the side, I'm switching my palm direction. And now I'm leaning slightly to the back while still keeping that core tight. Okay, one more tip I want to leave you with. If that leaves you off balance, you can use the wall. So you can use the wall, literally what I just did, lean against the wall and do this. So that's going to act as your support so you don't fall over. So I'll do this sometimes when I'm super fatigued. Okay, so this stretch is perfect to do during the day if you sit a lot. If your hips are tight, your back hurts. Also, before or after a workout, there's multiple uses for this one ultimate hip stretch. All right, guys, comment below. Let me know if you like it. And don't forget to check out the Daily Feel Good and join us in our workouts, mobility, and meal plans. We'll talk to you guys later.